Good morning guys from Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. My Grab driver will arrive in just some minutes, and today we're doing something special. We're gonna take a look at the Cu Chi tunnels. The Cu Chi tunnels are essentially the way how the local people lived during the time of the Vietnam War. It's extremely impactful. It's one of the most rated experiences on TripAdvisor, and I thought I would share it with you guys in case you don't go to Vietnam in the next couple of weeks. Are you ready? Let's go there. Hey guys, so we managed to get into the Grab car and we're on our way to the pickup location of the adventure guide essentially. And there's a pro tip that you can use when you're traveling is you always use apps like Grab or Uber for the single reason that they're usually way more cost effective than regular taxis and also way more safe. You also want to check that you make sure that you're on the right path. For example, here I have my location on there, so if the driver will go in a different direction, I see it beforehand. Because you don't want to get kidnapped around here. There's one thing that happened to me when I was traveling to Moscow. My driver went into the extreme, like in a way different direction. I wanted to go to the airport and he was going into the opposite direction. So I told him, hey, are we going to Sheremetyevo airport? He's like, yeah, sure we're going. And then he suddenly changed like, whoops. he suddenly changed like the path of where he was going. So you always want to make sure that you're going into the right direction.
A few moments later.
So we arrived in the jungle. We're gonna take a look at some traps, some tunnels, and maybe some weapons that they used in the Vietnam War. And the guy just told us that the trees that you see here are less than 50 years old, because this was actually like an empty area just 50 years ago because of the napalm and the bombs. And this down here that you see actually is a bomb crater. So this used to be a ventilation for the tunnels.
Hello, my family.
Daddy?
Whoops. Gonna manage this. Okay. Oh, this is very freaking dark and tiny.
Sherlock.
These tanks are freaking huge. This is the inside of the tank. The US tank. So the guy told us that the US used smaller tanks because that's the only tanks that could ship here from like the distance that they fought the war in, like from the US to Vietnam. So these are over 8 types of traps that they used. God.
But you step back like this, sometimes this one will go in here already. Body come to go straight your face or your body again. Got no idea. You go into the house. What happened? This one you can stop, but the second one you couldn't stop. Yeah. This one belly, this one knees, and if this one go a wrong way, what happened, Vincent?
They have no children. They opened the bombs. Nope. Fuji's hand for scale. The shooting is so freaking loud that he cannot believe it. God. Holy. Okay. So I just shot a Kalashnikov, and the fun fact is actually why people use the Kalashnikov is actually because it was very cheap to make, and it's a very simple mechanism involved. For example, when you shoot the bullet, there's gas going up in the tank, which essentially triggers the other bullet again, which makes it very easy to have like automatic fire without any like superior equipment. So Kalashnikov is usually a very good gun for those that are interested in that.
Go inside first. How many more leaves do you want?
Hey guys, I'm back with different clothes. Awesome. I guess there are 3 lessons that you can learn from this Vietnam War sightseeing tour. First of all is that there's nothing beautiful about war. War is cruel, evil and mean. And the further away that we are from war, in the sense of time and geographical distance, the more some of us might think that it actually isn't. Some of us might think that war is cool. But guess what? After your first loved one was shot in the head, or blown up by a bomb, or worse, impaled by a bamboo pole, you might think otherwise. Another lesson is tenacity. Sometimes a person that wins in a certain competition is a person that is simply harder to kill. Often a person that wins, for example, a boxing match is not a person that has superior skills. It's just a person that can get a little bit more punches in their head. A guy that gets hired for a certain job, sometimes it's just a guy that hears a no and then still decides to go for it. Go for it the second last time or a third last time. Sometimes the man that gets a girl is that when he hears a no, he goes, no, let's just not go down that road. The third lesson that we've learned is resourcefulness. I think next to being hard to put down, this is something that we all should integrate a little bit more in our life. I mean, these Vietnamese farmers literally created an underground network of tunnels connecting to each other, sometimes going 10 meters deep and multiple kilometers long, just to survive. They also created countless of traps to not get killed in the first place. In this case, for better or for worse, I don't want to judge here, David killed Goliath, partly because of David's resourcefulness. Okay guys, what do you think about this experience? Leave it down in the comments below. If you like this video, don't forget to like it. And if you like to see more awesome content, subscribe to this channel. Until next time. The mission of this YouTube channel is to put veganism across the goal line. If you want to help us achieve that, like and subscribe to this channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Let's make food production great again.